Good morning, good morning. All right, it's 2:55 a.m. Saturday morning. Got up early, went to bed early. Yeah, let me turn on this guy. Let me show you what I found in my yesterday. And I said I was going to help him out today. But let's go to check out my messages here. Oh, we got a new one too here. This one was posted 6 hours ago, but this was the one this one was from Craig. He sent me an email. I have not checked it, but let's tackle this guy first. Something with the IIF function conversion changing. Now IIF is if then else. Okay, so that's a if then else statement function. But anyway, let's see, could you help me with its complete IIF? Okay, sure. What's going on? Yeah, what's going on here. I'm gonna copy this guy right here. Just gonna copy that right there. All right, let's open up our favorite notepad and let's take a look at what's going on here. Pull this guy up a little bit. Let me take this guy out. Say something equals. Well, if you say something equals here, why would you put a bracket in there? When I see an equal sign, I assume you're trying to change this guy to certain things. And now if this guy is a variable in the VBA, you don't need to do a bracket. You don't need to do a bracket. Yeah, let's open this guy out. Let's open this guy out and let's yeah, right there. Let me show you what is going on here. Let's create a new one here. It just doesn't look right to me with the equal sign in there. So I'm just gonna put, that was last video. I helped him out with some kind of automation code. Yeah, let's call this sample. All right. So sample database is fine. We're not going to do too much to it. So let's tackle the first thing that I see. I noticed. First off, I noticed there's an equal sign here. All right, an equal sign. So, usually, if it's an equal sign, meaning this guy is a variable. In the code behind or in the VBA code panel. Alright, but that's because of this equal sign. Why would you do that, right? So if it's a variable, you don't need a bracket. You don't need a bracket. A bracket is used on the SQL statement only. Okay, the bracket is used on SQL statement only. All right, so you know what? Let me copy that. That way you're not, yeah, right there. And then I'm going to change this language to SQL. All right. So now the second thing is, if this guy and this guy, are you using this guy on the select statement with an and there, and equals, and equals? There's a problem, problem here. All right, now I think you just put a word in my mouth here. I said, "Hi Jack, could you help me with its complete?" I did like you said. I did like you said. First off, one thing. I don't do this though. I don't do this. I don't say something equals and something blank. See equal sign there? And. Now if you're going to put an and in here, no, that's weird. Is it a statement? It looks like you're trying to do this on a statement, on the SQL statement. Now, if you want to do that on the statement, you type things like this. Select. I'm going to copy this guy right here. Actually, I'm going to copy the whole shebang. You want to do it like this. You don't put equal sign in there. Now, even this guy is a selected. All right. But and right here, I don't know what you're trying to complete here. Why would you put an and in there? Yeah, what confuses me is the equal sign here, which says like you said here. I never do this. I never do this. All right. Yeah. Okay, let me show you. Why would you do these things? All right. You either say some variable. How about I'm gonna call this variable. Yeah, 1 equals that. Or you can do this. Variable. Oops. 2 equals that. All right. Provided you define this variable. Okay. Provided you define this variable. Okay. For instance, I'm gonna go ahead and copy this guy right here. As a matter of fact, I want to revert that back to this original because we want to play around with the original stuff. We don't want to destroy the original. So for instance, let me show you. Yeah, if you say that you follow what I said, that's incorrect because I don't do that. Okay, so let's add something else in here. Yeah. Let's add something else. How about add some kind of text in here? Yeah, text box. How about let's add a text box right here. Yeah, it doesn't have to be pretty. And then let's put the button there. Put a button right about on the bottom here. Yep. Okay, let's go into the event property or subroutine. All right. Normally you do this. Let me show you. I'm going to paste that guy in there. Normally you would do this. All right. Now the reason why, because I see this original, I see this equal sign here. You see that equal sign is right there. Just tells me something about it, about that statement. All right. And if you look at yours, you see there, you got equal sign right there. I did like you said. Now I don't like that statement because I don't do this. I don't do that. Anyways, let's fix your problem. You would define, you would define this guy right here. You would define this guy. Variable 1 as whatever. Let's call it string. All right, and then variable 2 as number. Let's say number. And then I'm gonna do these 3 things right here. How about variable 3 too? How about make it 3 as boolean? See there? As booleans. All right. So, yeah, that's boolean. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna go further. It's complete right here. I'm gonna put it's complete as I see a text right there, so I'm going to put a string there. See, I see a text right here. You surround that with the quotation, tells me a string, but if it's already a string, why would you convert that to a string? You wouldn't do that. All right, you wouldn't do that. Let's see what else can we do here. Yeah, you know what, I'm gonna make this guy another variable with an ed is completed as number, as integer. And so I'm gonna show you what you can do. All right, for instance, if this guy, if this guy is 1, and this guy is 1. See that? That's because of this guy's right here. See, this is incorrect. If you define this guy's in here, why would you want to put a bracket in there? I also see something else in here. I see a composite validation. See this? And that means this guy is validated and this guy is also validated. So I don't know if this what you meant in a statement, in a SQL statement like this guy, or in the code. So, but we're gonna tackle that one at a time. Let's tackle this in the code. So, assuming that you define this if this guy is an integer, all right, you can say, see right here, 1 equals true or false, all right, but this true or false right here must be Boolean. All right, that's one problem. That variable has to be a Boolean because you're trying to convert something to something else. We call it data morphing. Data morphing. You're trying to morph from a number into a bit, a 0 and 1. I'm gonna comment this guy out. I'm gonna comment that out. We're not gonna worry about that for now, but we're gonna worry about this guy. So we're gonna say me text. Let's give this guy a name. txt, how about result? Alright. So we're gonna say when you're done, I want me result to be variable 1, variable 2. To be variable 2. Alright. Yeah, I don't know why you want to put the bracket in there unless you want to use that on the select statement. All right, but we're going to tackle this guy first. Excuse me. All right, let's take a look. Let's save that as let's call it test. Yeah. Okay, let's reopen that. Click. Oh, it's fine. So that works fine. See that works fine. I guess that is okay. But that is the first time I ever seen that with the bracket, the variable with the bracket. But that's okay. All right, that's okay. All right, see there? That should be fine. All right. So yeah, this statement right here is fine. There's no problem with that. However, I see this equal sign here. I don't understand that. And equals. And equals. That I don't understand. All right. Also, this guy right here, if it's already a text, why would you want to convert it to a string? You don't do this. Just take that string out. All right. So, as a matter of fact, I'm going to, I'm going to copy this guy, which is the same thing here. Copy that. Which is right here. It's fine. Let me uncomment that out. Uncomment that out. Okay. I'm going to take this convert string. You don't need that. The reason why, because it's already a string, you see. It's already a string. There's no need to convert to a string. And this is legit too. Alright, this is legit too. Alright, so I'm gonna put this guy on the there as well. Alright. And yeah, let's put the name of that guy. So this is variable 1, and this guy is variable 2. Alright, let's take a look. We need to remove that first. Let's remove that guy first. All right, see that? That's okay. So if you were to do that, that should be fine. I don't see a problem with that. What I see a problem is equal right here and something equal. So that's where I'm a little confused. Why would you want to do this? This is if you want to set this into some kind of variable. All right, if you want to set this into some kind of variable. Now if you want to do a statement like this, all right, you can do a different statement. You can say if I'm gonna copy this guy. Let me see, completed. You can put that guy there. All right, so now completed. Yeah, anyways. So you can do this. If you I'm just baffled, you know, with this statement right here. You got two equal sign here. That's why this is where I wonder if you were thinking about doing something like this. If no, I don't think you were thinking about that one. I was thinking of why would you want to do this. You want to do this only if you want to set it into some kind of variable. And but this guy right here though says something different here. X equals, and something is missing here, equals. So what are you validating? What are you setting this guy to? Alright, what are you setting this guy to? So in my example, you have to set that into some kind of variable. Alright, now if you want to validate this, if this guy is true or not true, you want to say if is complete equals, this one is complete equals 1 and is completed equals 1. Then like so. Are you thinking of doing that? The reason why is because of this and right here. This and right here. So I cannot really read your mind, but I'm just looking at the statement here. If it looks like it's two separate statements, right? Like so, right? But then again, you put an and there. That means it's a compound validation, meaning if this is this and this is this. So, or is it true? Or is it? Or that guy was just continuation from a question. So if that is a continuation of a question, it would be like this: variable 1 equals this, variable 2 equals this. All right. So we got that one checked out. Now we're going to put a variable 3 in here. We're going to put variable 3 in there. Oops. Variable 3 in here as string. And then I'm just going to say, if this is true, then I want variable 3 to say validation is correct. Validation is true. Yeah. Let's type in validation is true. Alright. And then we're gonna add another one right here. Copy that guy. Actually, I'm gonna copy the whole shebang here. Yep. Tag that guy behind. Change this guy to 3. And then change that guy to 3. So now that is, if that is true, validation is that. Otherwise, else, not true. Alright, so here we go. Oops. 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 What happened? Oh, the misspell. Beep. Let's go ahead and make sure that I spell that correctly here. Yeah, this one is spelled right, that one spelled differently. So, alright, here we go. See that? That is true, that is true, that is yes, and that is also yes. Alright, now I'm gonna change this one to 0. Alright, if you want to convert this guy to true or false, you do like something like that. Alright, so let's try again. See that? False. So if it's 0, it's a false. If it's 1, it's true. Okay, so it's not true. So I don't know what. I'm not sure if that's what you really want to do. Let me know if this is what you meant to do. Now, on the validation, you have to, if you want to use the composite validation, meaning add an and in here, all right, add an and in here, you gotta have a complete statement right there, meaning something has to equal something, all right. You cannot use this IIF function to validate the if, because it's already an if then else. You see, this if then else is only used to assign a value to something, all right, meaning morphing, changing this guy from something to something else, like this guy right here. Okay, we define this is complete as string right there. So you put a single quotation in there, and that's what you did here. Alright, I'm just kind of follow what you're trying to do here. Alright, and then you change it to a yes or no, which is fine. But this IIF here is meant to be changing from one type to another. Alright, and that type must be defined like this guy. Now if I change this guy to an integer right here, that would be no. Alright, because you say, hey, this is a text, but I want you to change this text to a number. I think this is going to be error right there. So let's take that out. See there? It's mistype. It's a type mismatch. You cannot do that. Alright, so to make it right, you have to change this guy to a string, because this guy is a string. Now, two things that you can do, because you know that variable 1 is a type integer, which is a number. You can say, if it's 1, I'm going to change that to 100. if it's yeah, otherwise it's 200. You can do that because this is integer. That's legit, right? That's legit. This is a number, that is also a number, and you're assigning it to the variable that you define as a number. You see, that is legit. All right, that's legit. So let's continue. See, it allows you to continue. You see there, it's 100. You can do that. All right. So it really depends. It depends on how you define this variable. Okay, so I'm going to revert back. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna. Oops, what was it? I'm going to put 100 and 200 back in there, and then change this guy to something else, to a 0, for instance. All right. Now, if it doesn't equal to 1, it's going to be 200. See? Oops. See, 200. All right. So it all depends how you define this thing. All right. Now, if you were looking to do something like this, you have to have a two complete logical validation here. See, is complete equals 1 and is complete equals 1. All right. So I don't know which one you are trying to do. So if you want to use this function IIF, you are using this function to change from something to something else, just like here. And that variable is defined right here. All right, it's defined according to what you're trying to push out. All right. Now in your question, I'm gonna copy this guy right here. That is a string. All right. So I'm gonna put that back in there. That is a string. This variable then must be a string. You see, must be a string. And this variable 2 right here is a boolean, you see, because true or false is a boolean. All right. Now booleans understands 1 or 0 only. It could be 1 or 0. For instance, I can put a 0 in there. Actually, yeah, I can put a 0 in there. All right. But then you would have to say false because 0 is false. 0 is false, like so. All right. And then if it is completed, I'm gonna put, yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna put 0 there. So this is legit because true or false. Okay. Let's take a look. See there? No, false. You see that? Variable 2 false. Now what you cannot do here is to say 3 or 2. All right. So let's take a look at this one. What you cannot do is anything above 1 or 0. All right. Let's take a look. Yeah, it's not validating because it's not correct. All right. So yeah, that guy will not ever be 1 or 2. It depends how you wanted to define this. But you define this as true or false, it's okay. All right. What you cannot do is make that guy a number or integer. Let's see, like so. All right. And that would be problematic because you say, hey, I want this guy to be true or false. But then you say this variable here is integer. All right. That won't work. Okay, that won't work. Or it still allows you to go, but it won't work. You see there? It says to a -1 there. It says to -1 there. -1 means yeah, that's not, yeah, 3 is not a false. it's not 3, so something is not right there. That definition, it doesn't make sense. All right, because right here complete is 0. So that right there, it did not even validate. It sees this guy as a 0. That is already a false statement. All right. So make sure you define this guy correctly. All right. If you want to change that guy to true or false, this variable must be Boolean. All right, must be Booleans. So make sure you understand that. Okay. Now, if you want to use the composite validation like this, you see how I say equals is complete equals is complete equals right there. All right, and that's what I observed right here with an and here and with an equal sign here. All right. So there you have it. I don't know which one you are trying to do, but that is my explanation on the IIF. You use IIF, all right, to change from something to something else. Meaning, if this guy is this guy, then it is this. If it's not this, then it's this. That's what it's trying to do. All right. So you're changing from something to something else. Okay. Now, if you want to validate for something, for example, if this guy, this is also the same thing here. Okay. But this one is not changing from something to another variable. You're not assigning. All right. This is for assignment only. This is for assignment only. But this one is for validation only. This simply means the same thing here. All right, except you combine the two, meaning composite validation. Composite validation. Well, that's how I can explain to you. All right. Now, if you want to know how this guy works with a SQL statement like this, you let me know. I'll explain that too. All right, which is the same thing. I'll show you how to do this if you want me to. Anybody wants me to do the select statement validation like this, changing from something to something else in the select statement, let me know. I'll be glad to do it. But anyways, I just came to respond to that question and answer that question. I hope this clears your understanding of the IIF. All right, let me go over there again. IIF is to convert or changing something to something else using the if then else statement. All right, this IIF essentially means if else meaning if it's one, then it's yes, else is no. That's what it means. All right, this statement right here is the same as this guy. Okay, so I could say this guy like this. Yeah, let me go on further. All right. Yeah, now I am an instructor. I am going to say beep beep beep. All right, so that right there is the same as if this guy is 1, then variable 1 is true. Otherwise, variable 1 is no. That's what it means. This statement right here is exactly the same as that guy. All right, but in short, that's how we do it. Yeah. This one takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines, whereas this guy takes 1 line. That's what it means. All right. So these two guys, this guy and this guy, is the same thing. It's the same thing. All right. So But there you have it. All right, there you have it. I mean, I can just go ahead and click out, and then that would comment this out, and that would mean the same thing. See, it's true. It's true. It's complete. Hold on. What is that? Variable 1. What is variable 1? Yeah, variable no. You see that? No. Variable 1 is no. Variable 1 is no. Why is it no? It's complete is 0. You see that? It's complete is 0. Oh, this guy right here. All right. So, anyways, that's how. That's how you use the IIF. This guy right here means exactly the same thing as this guy. Now, if you want to use a composite, you have to have a complete logical comparison right here. See? Is equals to and something is equals to. Alright, so I'm trying to understand this and right here. So, anyways, that's my explanation on the IIF function. Now, if you want to see, like I said earlier, if you want to see how we can use this guy right here on the select statement, on this guy statement from a table, then you let me know too. I can go on with that one too. Anyways, there you have it. Happy programming. Bye for now.